Ooh, all right. Mm, what up? What up? How's everyone doing? Sorry, running a little late today. It was a struggle putting all the kids to sleep. Everyone can hear me okay, right? What up? What up? What's up, man? Hey, how much of a delay is there right now? I can see the time on the this bottom right corner here. Trying to solve the latency issue. Okay, 5 seconds is not too bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so right now it's not doing much, so we can go over the trade that we did today. In the premium group, we longed at around time here. Got a pretty sick trade into like 200 points almost right around here. So initially we tried shorting this, and then we cut it in half because wasn't showing commitment to go any lower. And then I kind of realized in the last minute that we kept hitting the fair value area on the goal back range. So there's a nice little fair value gap right here. And it lines up exactly at the fair value of the 729 range, or the PO3 729. This basically defines the dealing range that we can trade into. And then so that was number one. Number two was seeing how this NWOG right here that was developed on Sunday, um, this got broken through. before it was rejecting, big bit sluggish here, but then we had a really great up move, and so let me zoom in a little bit more, like the 1 minute here. It also formed a really nice looking breaker right here. The breaker formed right here because we had an up move, took out these eyes over here, it came back down, and then we created an order block with a fair value gap, displaced higher, broke through this level right here, this breaker, and then enter onto the retest, right? So then we know that this order block should be respected. Shouldn't go any lower than this order block. We can enter any fair value gap that you see that's formed inside the breaker. So is right here, inversion right here would have been good too. So they didn't need to enter the pullback. That was basically the trade right here. Keep your stop loss at the last swing low. Then we aim for the stars for here. So really, really good trade, and just went crazy. I think we ended up going all the way up here actually. Yeah. So it was a 200-point move today, and that we took advantage of. I know a lot of people like got in like way before too, but I was just waiting for some sort of like confirmation on the hard time frame because um, when we look further in, these right along here, it inversed this fair value gap right here, and a strong closure above this in WOG. That confirmed everything for us to jump into the trade, hold with risk. So this was the trade here. Yeah, basically entered in here, right here a little bit. I saw a nice conviction trade forming right here. Breaker entered in, stop loss down there, and just rode it all the way up. This was called out for the premium session in New York. we've been on fire. We've been on fire. Even last night. You guys run the stream with me last night. We took a banger fucking long. Just right over here. Like he was over here. Yeah, we took a long over here and then got off for like they have 6 lots of points. 8 p.m. This is the trade. Yeah, we rode this motherfucker. Oh, come on. Yeah. Um, so for tonight we're gonna look for something similar to this. We want to see some kind of low taken out first, and then we want to see a strong displacement candle with all the criteria with you know market structure break, order block formation, fair value gaps, and all that, right? And just some key extra little details to polar trades we could make. Last night was a great trade. We scored lots of points, hardly any risk. Great stuff. Uh, you live streamed? No. The thing with New York is it's so intense and fast that I have to like really really focus on the chart. Otherwise, if I keep looking on the streaming, then my thought process kind of goes out the window a little bit, and I'm just not comfortable with that just yet. But as soon as I enter a trade, I just tell everybody, "Hey guys, I'm entering in here. Don't hop on with me if you want." Give an example. This trade. I'm trying to put music on, but I don't know how. I'll figure it out later. So you're just gonna have to hear my voice. This is the kind of alert I give out. Hey guys, I'm gonna give this a shot. So exactly when I enter, and stop loss placement and everything, and yeah, just try to make it easy for everybody to follow, because um don't want to be vague or anything like that, right? So the expectation now for NQ is that we've tested the external range of this PO3 zone. We had our first displacement in the retest, and we finally had our and we saw that the low held, right? Like it's actually crazy how accurate this goal back range is. It's like look how like where does this wicking into, right? Like over here, right? If you look at anywhere, where the hell is this wicking into? Is it's wicking into a mathematically calculated external low, almost to the wick. A couple point, a little bit of off, but like it's crazy how accurate this thing is. And then when this Monday, sorry, this morning, it also tapped into the fair value zone as well. Just this level right here, level right here. So there's like it's just two zones. Yeah, and it tapped perfectly into that upper zone. You know, yes, there is a little BPR right here too. Actually, is there? No, sorry, never mind. Anyways, these levels are crazy accurate, and this kind of gives you so much conviction that like you can ride the entire range essentially, and it's just respecting it so well. So, like, I would highly suggest you guys looking to go back. A lot of tutorials on YouTube. The Poppy's books are on too. So if you need a copy of the books, let me know. Anyway, that's enough about. Try to find a trade. So the 15-minute opening range has been formed. We broke above it. 15-minute chart. Yeah, this is already sending. Now we're in up only mode. So the dips will be shallow, and the up movements will be extremely violent. Honestly, this would have been a really good trade if I came in a little earlier. Would have been a good trade right here. Looking at ES. This is good because now we can determine, any kind of shallow pullback should be bought into. Um, this zone right here will be protected, so wouldn't expect price to go any lower than 568 tonight. And the standard deviation that formed over in game session back here soon too. And the standard deviation that was formed in the opening range. Price discovery means that we should be able to reach up to this level up here. Unless some like stupid fuckery happens, I'm pretty confident we can reach up to 30,025 tonight. Because essentially, what's stopping it from going up now? We're in price discovery, nothing but air above, right? No, after this dump, and then an overnight dump, and then recovery like that. No one's gonna try to be short this shit right now. But that was an epic recovery. Like over like 800 points, just crazy. Shorting into a pullback is, especially in price discovery, I would not recommend that unless we're at a certain key level. But right now, there's no key levels here to take advantage of, right? That's why using go back range is so important. Understanding where we are in the go back range. Um, usually the midpoint is an ideal way of trying to look for shorts. Notice how price ran up, broke through the midpoint, then broke through down again, and then pulled back up. So this would have been a pretty bit of a decent short, right? Because we also had inversion fair value gap here too. So something like this would have been good for a short. Obviously you want to target these lows right here, but that's the risk though, right? It comes back down and quickly shoots back up again. So if I were to look for a short, right, I would look at this FB range over here. So in this box right here, right along here, that would be the potential reversal zone. Okay, so this is the fair value of the premium range. So it could something like this, right? It could if they don't want to blast through 30K, then it might go like this, then retrace back down into equilibrium, hold that up again, continue back up to its run again. So that's the only way I would ever take a short on any kind of pullback. Right now, like longs are free money. Don't be afraid to long. Trust me. Wait for a good decent pullback and then just long the fuck out of it. Worth the risk. Even if you get stopped out, you can easily make that back. That's the beauty of bull runs. We just have to be patient now. Um, right now you see it's kind of slow and popping upwards, right? So we have to wait for some sort of pullback. It's essentially just a break and retest of all-time high levels, right? Every time it breaks the all-time level, it'll pull back into the range. Then you want to see if it holds support there, then just catch along up to the next all-time high. That's essentially all of what it is. But how did everyone's trading day go today? If you took a trade or if you took a loss. All right, we got some trend line liquidity forming right here. So any kind of pullback that we see that breaks this trend line, um, we're gonna look for it along. Oh yeah, when did you long it? Like the cheat code during a bull market is just looking at the 8 p.m. opening range. It's basically the first 15-minute 8 p.m. candle that forms after during Asia session. This is basically when Tokyo starts ramping things up and kind of determines the direction of where the market's going during Asia session. So between 8 to 11 p.m. that's when the range is established. So For the first 15 minutes of 8 p.m., right? What you want to see like some sort of closure, like on the 5 minute and 15 minute chart. So in the 15 minute chart, it had a nice bullish candle that closed above it, and it also closed above this opening closes over here, body of the candles. And then also the 5 minute chart also had a really nice closure as well above the opening range. So this little green line right here, that's the 15-minute high and the 15-minute low of the 8 p.m. 15-minute candle. So once we have this confirmation right here, generally you want to wait for a pullback back into the opening range high, right? And then then long it after that. So and the zone. So like if I can see something like this, that's when I would try to long. And one important tip is that I know I'm giving away a lot of alpha here, but you see all these fair value gaps right here, right? And then you also see that there's a flathead right over here. So you zoom in quite a bit. It's a wickless candle. So we have two wickless candles right here. So that's a very, very strong bullish sign. I want to see the market come back down into this counter range. Like first, establish this trend line right here, right? Trap some shorts, run the prices down, and we'll offer the races to the fair value zone, and then ultimately we want the 30K up here. So this could be a potential play that could last all night into New York session too. So from right here, there's no good entry. Um, like we have this fair value gap right here formed inside the range, and we finally had a closure above this too. But there's really no pullback, right? It didn't really pull back on the 5 minute. Like it didn't. Like it did this count right here, didn't wick down to here, right? Otherwise, I would have been like, okay, time to go all in. Some top loss below this wick count right here, and long to the fucking moon, but didn't happen. They kept trying to catch longs in precise levels during all-time high price discovery is incredibly difficult sometimes. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting, and then get bored or it doesn't happen. Then you feel like he's wasted time, but it's okay. But if a down move does come, it'll be like one candle down, and then slowly grinding back up again. What's up, Tony? I think I gave the rundown for potential play. The thing with bull markets is like size down a little bit, and sometimes you just have to market in, right? Like right here would have been a good market in, but then also your stop losses will be much wider too, right? So you need to really, really control your risk. Good man. How are things going with you, Tony? Were you born in 1992? you were born in 1982, that means you would be 34 years old, man. You're still young. Oh, nice. All we're waiting for now is just to pull back, because we're not going to be donkeys and you know, long at all-time highs like that blindly. Yeah, all-time highs is really really boring. Yeah, looks like we might be. We just gotta wait. One down close count doesn't mean. Nice wick. The fuck was that? Instant 20-point wick. Oh yeah, I entered in the market. No, not really. All I did was just dip into this for value gap right here. The key to getting into dips is you gotta look at the 5 minute chart, 15 minute chart. Yeah, you gotta see if some sort of swing high and swing low form, and then you want to take the OTE of that range on the fuck out of it. So like we have a swing low that formed here, but we didn't have a swing high that formed here. So I'm just waiting for a swing high to form here in the 5 minutes, and then and we'll take the premium discount array of that range that forms. So wherever the swing high forms, then I want to see a pullback. For example, target here. So form a swing high, and then I want to pull back into a discounted range. Ideally, back over here, then continue back up again. If that makes sense. Okay. Notice how there's a wickless candle right here. I would be interested for us to come back down here first. We'll call this the flathead. 2 minute flathead. That'd be a good spot for a dip. Because it's also good too because there's also this price imbalance right here too. And then this unfilled fair value gap on the one. So let's see how this plays out. The new hourly candle formed. So if we can get a dip into here, then that would be awesome because then we have a really nice target up here. Okay, finally we're getting some movement. Just need this candle hit to close below this one right here. All right, just waiting still. Um, I really like this table that I formed over here. But ideally, I want this candle, this 50-minute candle, to expand down into this 50-minute flathead at around 650 ish, 649 ish. So this would be the area that I would want to look for longs. As long as price supports it, right? But when it comes to all-time high, it's like sometimes the levels will hit, sometimes they won't. It can just keep grinding in one straight direction all night. Like it's just, I really don't enjoy trading all-time highs. It's like going through a meat grinder, you know. But the one thing in all-time high trading is don't fucking short it. Don't fade the trend. I'm serious. You'll get killed. Just don't do it. Well, like why are you getting killed trying to long and short? Like you have to go back and reevaluate, right? Like right here, for example, like we did sort of form a swing high up here. Not the cleanest looking one, but um, you know, a swing low that formed over here as well. So now just you just gotta wait, right? Just wait for price to hit like a discounted area, which is below the halfway point of this range, right? There's lots of support down here, so why not just wait for a support level to try to long, right? What's the point of trying to short up here when there's no guarantee that price will come all the way back down here, right? It can go like this, right? We had a nice run up, and it can, you know, dilly dally up here and then keep continuing higher, right? That's why it's not safe to short just because you see a potential short um, setup that could form here, right? But it's all going to be traps. That's why it's better just to wait for a long setup to form. Still no weakness between NQ and ES either. They're both respecting everything. So I wanted to jump the gun just yet. With Asia, you gotta be really patient, but you know, Oh man, this is so boring. I mean, considering how much of an expansive day we had, you know, the daily, right? We had a really, really great daily candle. So we expect it to be a little slow. Basically inside the range. See if it good right here. So we have this closure right here. Right, seems to be respecting this here. So I guess the one thing just to be cautious about, um, like notice how price ran through this previous to high level over here, right? Notice how it broke through that, but it never really came to retest it. So I'm just gonna play it very safe then. So what could happen is, I mean, like we could come back down here, right? Have a fake out bounce, have some kind of structure shift, and might be able to come test this low down here too. Be a really good setup to trade then, right there. That's my Delulu fantasy right there. I would highly recommend go to T Trade's YouTube channel and search up all the individual pieces. Right, he explains everything really, really well. All the ICT concepts, what an fair value gap is, what an order block is, and all that. Right, so I would really highly recommend you watch his videos. And honestly, even just go through, if you haven't already done so, go through ICT's 2022 mentorship. It's all you need. T trades and ICT. Yep, T trades. Look at that. So we're in this 50-minute zone here. The price wants to support this level here. I don't know who Sir Trader is. Or do you mean T trades? Just watch that, man. Sit down, spend a weekend, just like really, really bunker down and focus. Learn everything inside out of that mentorship. Trust me, it'll greatly improve your trading. Yes, that's why I sent you. Just in case you forgot. What a recovery. Same we can't fall below 23. I don't trust this just yet. Oh yeah, I'll tell you. But before getting his indicator, just watch his video and how he actually uses it too. He explains his whole strategy, and I like using because it's really clean and has all stuff that I look up for too. Highlighted for me for the most part. I still haven't convinced him to jump on the gold back train yet. Yeah, that might have been the dip, but there was no good entry. You just wick down here and then just drop back up. Like, can't really enter that. And the only saving grace is that they have changes to delivery right here too. An order block that formed here. Three down cold candles or down closed candles. That could be established as to support. Until I see something on the higher time frames, like the 3 minute and 5 minute, it's really hard to trust the 1 minute chart during Asia. Yeah, the community is retarded. Yeah. No, no, no. You have to remember one thing. Order blocks should be formed after a liquidity raid. Okay. We had a liquidity raid right here. Then we formed the order block. And also a breaker in city delivery. That's why price ran up so hard. So be careful because I know a lot of people can get confused what an order block is, or like how to actually use a fair value gap. Because like the market leaves behind so many gaps. Like which one do you right? Everything has to have a narrative. Everything has to have some sort of context. in the sense that okay, we you know manipulate it into some short-term liquidity, and then but we know that the main drawn liquidity is some higher time frame level, like a higher time frame, you know, FVG or a previous day high or low. Even you can even use the Asia London session highs and lows too as in DOLs too. So notice how we created liquidity down here, right? Stop lines, price ran up, three down close candles got engulfed by one candle right here. So that's an order block right there. Very, very low quality order block, might I add, because it didn't rate anything significant other than just some short term lows. But it can still be good for scalping. But I'm never a fan of looking at anything at a massive premium. No way, Jose. Anything that forms, whether it's an FPG or an order block, it has to form in a discount of the range. I'm never ever gonna touch anything that's already in a premium. So like, we have this premium discount array right here, right? We tapped right into the midpoint of that, but we didn't really rate anything lower time frame. That's why I hesitated to take anything here. I wanted to see prices come down a little bit lower too, because you know, come back into the opening range again, and then form like an IFVG after some sort of liquidity raid. That would be my ideal. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit and wait. I'm in no rush to go into a trade right now. And if it's not meant to be tonight, then it's not meant to be, right? Much better than taking some stupid random trade and then you lose, you fuck up your psychology, and then you're heading to New York with a fucked up mind, and then what? That's when things spiral out of control, right? I mean, we've all experienced crash outs, right? I have so many times in my upbringing as a trader, and that's like that was one of the hardest things to get over because crashing out and tilting, even though you're at your peak confidence, tilting can still creep up, even for the best of us, right? And you know, like that kind of stuff is like we're buried so deep into your subconscious, and you have to figure out a way to control that because like it's almost impossible to remove it. You just have to understand how to recognize it and have something for yourself to control it. At the end of the day, it's still human nature. The liquidity rate can also mean that the OB gets into a FEG. Means that the OB, like, are you saying like the order block gets formed inside an FEG? Give me a nine. You're looking at today here. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Okay, Don't look at anything pre-market. I'm serious. Like wait till 9:30 forms first. Wait for the liquidity rate to form after 9:30 p.m. Okay, because look right here, right? We had this 9:30 candle that formed right here. We had the opening range right here. Price broke down into the Asia session range over here, and would you look at that? It bounced off it twice, and then formed a swing low, which is like a signature move right there. And then we have the wick over here as well. Then that's why you have an EOB over here. That this is your order block that form right here. If you zoom in a little closer, you'll notice that the real order block form right here, because we already took out liquidity, and then we also had a rejection block that formed over here, right? The wick over here, 50% of that wick held, and then consecutive candles held above it. Nothing closed below the close of this candle here, and an order block form right here with an FVG, right? You have two confluences right there. So many confluences right here. And as far as liquidity rates go, it hit this end dog level right here, right? And also the sushi range from the previous night. So lots of supporting levels here to, you know, confirm your bias. This block right here, AG. After all this is formed, and then oh yeah, and I guess the cherry on the top, the change in state of delivery right here. So lots of stacked as fuck combinations of context. And then, you know, also market maker buy model, right? Accumulation, down, accumulation, down, market reversal, up, accumulation, and final leg up. It didn't form a market maker buy model. This is a crazy trade. I didn't take this part. I waited until um I waited until we started to form higher highs after that. Like after this broke right here. I'm like, okay, you know what? I think it's time to go long. Then just wait for NWalk to break through actual strength, not this wussy shit right here. I want to see a real manly candle up close above it. Get back into the NWalk. Hours. Really, really, really great trade. I think made almost made almost like 50 grand off the accounts here. Was the trade that I took over here. Regular formed inside the 4 time frames. As long as everything matches with it, then the entry's the easiest part. This is understanding the overall picture. Yeah. Bull markets longs are super easy to get once you understand, the structure. Like it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I don't see anything here that's at all, and I don't trust these levels just yet. I would honestly feel more comfortable if we hit this 1 hour per value gap right here, you, because there's nothing really on ES. Yeah, there's this volume imbalance here, but ideally, I want to see this fair value gap get hit, and then see what kind of reaction we get off of that. Otherwise, like just trying to blindly long into this is just not the deal for me. I mean, if you want to shoot your shot, right? Not saying to do anything. I'm not recommending this. You could try to long in here, but I would not recommend that. Just saying. It's showing there's an SMT versus YM, right? And if you want to long this, then if you're brave enough to do that, I personally wouldn't. So this would don't take this. I'm seriously, don't take this. It's just an idea to throw out there. Okay, I would never take this trade like this ever. But if it does play out, then we know that the market is back to being, you know, gumbo mode. So then tomorrow we'll have to reduce our IQ by single digit to start just blind logging everything. 30K. Holy fuck! What the hell is that? Okay. If this run down can get us to this hour for value gap, then I would be really really happy. No, it's not a long way at all, man. The market's making like 100-point moves, so 40, 50 points is really not a big deal. Stop loss would be like you don't want to go above this 656 level. Right, we're approaching the 1 hour fair value gap. I told you guys the pullback was coming. You just have to be patient. Or my son woke up and he ran into the room, started causing shit. So ideally, right? This is the kind of the strategy that we want to see play out. Basically, what we want to see is that we want to see price come back down into this 1 hour fair value gap, and then create a stop run, then shift in structure and change the state of delivery, retest, and then continue back upwards into all-time high glory. That's going to be the simplest, the most brain dead strategy you can think of. Keep it simple, right? Because hitting a hard time frame fair value gap is very significant once internal levels support that. Okay. Now, if this candle closes all the way down here, or even the next candle, if it engulfs this right here, then I'm okay. No thanks. I'm not gonna do anything then. I just want to see a wick form on the hourly into here, and expand higher up into the potential reversal zone. And that's it. That's basically the main alpha. Not, not rocket science or anything. Just wait for it to play out. What we did last night, it's what we did this morning, right? Every single day we've been doing that. We're up thousands of points, man. It's actually crazy. I think someone was mentioning shorting pullbacks. Okay, well, this could be the opportunity then. We can come back up here. Might be able to come back down. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is this right here? Look at these lines that I drew like an hour ago. Huh? Wow, it's actually playing out. What a coincidence. Hey? What a fucking coincidence. What a fucking coincidence. Seriously, go back to the when into around like an hour ago. And I literally telegraphed this for you. Are you a M&M? I'm the yellow M&M. But they telegraphed it. You know, if my kid didn't walk into the room and ruin my concentration, this would have been a really great short there. Honestly, from here, like we had the ship right here, had the rebalance into this tiny FVG that still held somehow, and run started. But hey, as long as we learned something, that's still W in my books. And the thing that I learned today is I need to buy a door lock for my room. Yeah, I'll alert if something happens. Only in the premium group though. The ones watching the stream will also get the opportunity to join us too. But nobody in the general chat will get to know what we're doing until after. Brother, I always full port, man. What do you mean? Okay, I'm gonna set an alert right here. I really need to go to the washroom. I just drank a whole jug of water. So I'll be right back. What's my P&L win-loss ratio this month? Um, I think this month I've only had I think only 2 losses this month, and P&L wise, how's my top step account sitting up? Hold up. Let me pull up my top step. My balances right now. Top step. 5 XFAs. Basically half a mil a month. Around I think 7 or 8 wins. But the biggest W I had was last week. That long. No, actually no. It was uh yesterday. It was absolute bang. Okay. So this is actually a pretty crazy AM session for me yesterday. It was like half my profits, almost half my profits were made yesterday for this month. First it was this long right here. So put this long right here, full ported it, and I was aiming the 1 hour FEG after we had this liquidity rate and everything, and price was holding this level heat on here. So it seemed like a good idea to long that. And then obviously I took partials along the way up too. Like right here, I took like almost half off, and then the rest run. So averaging around 14K on that trade. And then the next trade was short after price hit that 1 hour FEG, and a beautiful, beautiful trade right here. I literally risked all the profits that I made for this trade, and yeah, just flushed down into the this level right here. Well, I'm not gonna go into too details of why I chose this level right here because that's like that's premium education. So I'll give you a little hint though, based off of a fat animal. So and like I ain't bullshit either. Like I literally post all my trades that I make in the premium group, whether it's a win or a loss or whether it's no trade. Like this trade right here on um Monday, I got absolutely smoked. Like this one right here, I got fucked pretty hard. Thing ran through the stop loss pretty quickly, lost it all. Just that small portion. But see, the thing is that I control my risk, right? I only risk $3,000. And the next trade after that, I made more than like 30K on the day. So it's all about how you control your risk. Accept your losses and move on, and just fight another day. I'm not perfect. I take losses, but I only try to take trades that have a really good range, like 100 points. You know, if it's a volatile market, then 200 points. If it's a very very slow market, then 50 points, right? But I always keep the risk static amongst all the risk rewards. So that's so important. Like, don't overtrade, don't over leverage, don't oversize. Give risk to a minimum so that you can fight another day. And that's when the bangers come. When the bangers come, they come out of nowhere. Even I'm not 100% sure at the time, but I trust the setup, I trust the chart, I trust my experience, I trust you know, God up there too, right? So it's all about having conviction, and after 7 years of doing this, you develop an intuition. Well, that really really helps with executing. Now, there are some weeks where I don't even make a trade at all. Like I think last month in April, half the month I didn't do much trading because like it was just horrible price action. If you look at April price action, like it really really fucked with my head. Like it just kept going up. Like no, nothing was really getting really hit. Right? There's so many good sell side liquidity levels that you kind of realize afterwards, like, okay, this thing's actually omega bullish. So in May, I'm not gonna be a dumbass. I'm just gonna actually no, I will be a dumbass and just follow the trend. Long till you're wrong. So this is what I drew out last night too. If you were in the stream last night, I said that sorry, not last night. If you're in the premium group, said that we're gonna hit this low right here, and we're gonna either respect it, then bounce, or disrespect it and then dump all the way back down here. But the complete opposite. And that's how I was able to take this long trade after confirmation. This right here. Followed the plan, followed the bias, followed my risk, everything. Boom. 10K day. And I'm not trying to show off or anything like that. I don't like doing that shit. It's just to give some inspiration that if all you literally need to do is literally just stay disciplined, follow the plan to the T, don't deviate from it, don't make stupid mistakes by like um like jumping into a trade without having a plan, not defining your risk properly, and all that, right? And if you're missing any gaps in your knowledge, there's so many resources out there on YouTube that can help fill any knowledge gap. Right? Knowledge is not the problem. It's controlling yourself. It's understanding where your weaknesses are, right? When it comes to journaling, are you journaling every day? Right? That's journaling is probably the most important aspect of trading, especially if you haven't achieved profitability yet. If you're not doing any self reflection, how do you expect yourself to improve then, right? Yes, like you'll see people on social media or Discord groups or whatever, like pulling out massive numbers, and they deserve it, right? They worked their asses off to get to that point, right? They're at level 100, while you might be at level 10, right? So everyone's in their own different journey at the end of the day. So don't ever feel discouraged about seeing other people's P&Ls, right? How especially these dumbass influencers on X that are trying to make it look so easy, but half of them are fake. All right, we're getting past the point of the market's gonna slow down pretty soon because we're already 2 hours into Tokyo, and price should have reached down here by now, which I'm not seeing at the moment. So this they might save this for London, because now that we have a range established for Asia, right? London might manipulate down here, and then New York will probably follow through into the 30Ks. But I'm not gonna jump on this, or nor am I gonna wait that long because I need to get some rest now too. So my alerts are still on. If I see anything, if this triggers, then I'll wake up and see and if anything forms within the hour or so, then I'll let everybody know to hop on. Okay. So thanks everyone for joining for this stream. I'm sorry, it was a pretty slow market. Not too many great setups. There was just this one right here. And unfortunately, my son had to barge into the room and put my concentration. But yeah, just wait until this 1 hour fair value gap gets hit. Right. Be very strategic with how you do these things. Right. Wait for this level to get hit first, because once this level is hit and a you know you know stop hunt happens inside of it, then a swing low forms, an inverted fair value gap forms, followed by a change in delivery, right? Then those pieces of the puzzle will tell us that, okay, market's bullish, we should expect a bounce. So on the fuck out of it, you idiot. Free money right now. All this shit is free money right now, and then when July hits, holy fuck, it's gonna be cancer. So take advantage of these dips. Take advantage of all this uptrend. I'm telling you guys, this is like the easiest way to make money right now, because it's a straight bull market right now, right? So yeah. Anyways, you guys enjoy yourselves for the rest of the night, and I will catch you on for tomorrow's stream. And premium will start again at 9:30 as always. And yeah, good luck and have fun, and just make sure you guys don't do anything stupid, right? Take care.